Today is second time for the new agent training. Today's topic is understanding your credit score and then credit report. That the before starting, I just tell you about what is important for the credit report. So when you met your client, I recommend to tell the client to bring the personal credit report. Because the credit report is different about the personal credit report and finance institute putting the credit report. Because why? Because sometimes the credit report, personally, they are higher credit score than finance pulling the credit report. So making sure then you can look at it, the personal line of credit, then the matching for the name and address, birthday, SIN number, whatever, you have to check first. So if you missing some of that number or sometimes they mixing the another person the credit report. So making sure that all clear, right? Probably that is take a time, but maybe you can help to your client. Then maybe it's take less than 2-3 weeks. Okay, so before starting that your mortgage, you have to bring the credit report to look at and then you have leaving for your client. Okay, so now Kingston Mortgage Training is the second page. So week 2, understand the credit report and then credit score. Overview that how is important your credit score, and then how important is the credit your report. So when you get the loan by any finance or car loan, or you have to personal loan, that just only they check your credit. So minimum credit score is on the bank side. It's 650, right? So normally they pass is a score is 680, right? But the minimum score is 650. But exception for credit score is 600. What is the exception for credit score? Like someone get the phone bill, like TELUS, Rogers, and then Bell. Sometimes the client moved to another place, then they missing for the payment, right? Usually, they tell to the people moving to the phone service have to call their where is the address. Sometimes that is issuing, but that is the exception to the underwriter for the around the 600. If you lack the 600, we can suggestion to the client to go into bill lender, right? So making sure over 600 is the minimum. But when you have the problem for the credit, you can delay for the payment for credit card or mortgage or another credit company. That is not exception. Just only a phone company, or maybe you have the some of the membership credit card, like Pay, okay, so, or Pay, or wherever they also check your credit score too. Okay, and yes, next one. So the credit report and the score basic. So what is a credit report, right? I don't want to spend time for what is a credit report. You know about it, right? So you always know when you check that car loan, or you can sometimes the last credit score you cannot get the car loan, and then like the credit card company even not give the $5,000. So that is you have to control for your credit score or credit report. Okay. So you know that what is a credit report, right? So that is the basic on your credit score to that, and then payment history and something like that, right? And then when you bankruptcy, they'll report about until 7 years. So you cannot apply for any credit card company or loan for 7 years. So after 7 years, so credit score company is the Equifax and then TransUnion. They remove about the history. So when you bankruptcy until for 7 years, you cannot do anything, right? And okay, and next one. Previous I will tell you about what is a credit score, right? So basic on the credit score is a minimum on the bank is the good credit. So should be around the good credit, right? The less than 7, that is the person, mostly the personal credit score. So when you check the finance company, that should be 650 is good credit, right? And then maybe 600 is a fair. So I told you about the depends on that your payment history. Like I told you about the Bell Canada, the phone company. Yeah, is the exception. Okay. And then who creates credit report and the score? Mr. Patel, what do you think about? Who created the credit report and the score?
The who creates like TransUnion and Equifax? That
Yeah, TransUnion, whatever, then or Visa company, credit, the Master credit card company, or that even finance and the insurance, and then car company, they created your credit score.
But
Okay.
they create the
score.
And
yeah, like
Equifax and TransUnion, they
just receive by or finance company or link company.
okay.
Right,
they just distribute. Otherwise,
That's right.
That's
right.
The credit score is created by the finance.
Yeah, finance or some the agency like the also we created to using for the Biologics, right?
Yeah.
Then we also created to their credit. So when you check it, it's automatically created their credit score, right?
Okay.
So I told you that personally you can check the many times Equifax. It's 100,000 times you can check it personally.
Yeah.
It's not effective for your credit.
Yeah.
Only when you buy the finance company or the credit card company or car loan company or link company or personal loan company or membership card company, yeah, and the thousands of companies they created, right?
Okay, so can I ask?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, my score was good, but last week, I applied for the line of credit, right?
Right.
It was, I didn't apply, but that there was a promotion, right?
Right.
On my personal side.
Right.
So I accepted that one. And my credit score went down 11 points. What is the reason? I guess
Might be that two reasons. Might be before you apply like the mortgage or business loan, same time, usually soft check is not effective the credit score. But before main, you have to check 2 times or more than 2 times. Then soft check, when you effect the soft check, should be credit down.
Yeah, see, it's went
Right.
down, there was
Right, because you are good credit score. That's why the 789 is not the worth there, right? So over 700 is very good, but sometimes you check the more than 3 times per month, that effectively your credit score. So you did it maybe mortgage, car loan, or you apply soft check, then they effective the credit
Credit.
score. So probably the 11th point
Uh-huh.
should be you're gonna be okay about next month. They're gonna be increasing too.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
even if you are checking, it goes down? If
No,
you
no.
check,
He checked when he checked it's okay, but he applied the
Line of
Line of
credit
credit.
at the bank.
they
Check.
checked.
yeah they
So,
check.
yeah.
They check. So when you not finance or whatever, the not personally, the another finance company check, even when he applied the membership card, right? They gonna be soft check, right? That effective the monthly, more than 3, they effective the credit score.
But you
Right?
personally, you can check
Anytime, 1,000 times, million times, no, right. Okay, so I told you the who created the credit report and the score. Your credit report and the credit score are created and maintained by the credit bureau company. That there are 2 major credit bureaus, Equifax and TransUnion, and then. Let's see. And then report to the agents and then collect and then compile the information about your credit history from variety source include here is the lender and then creator and public record and the other debt source. Even the public record is the government, right? Government also the check for the your credit score like the CRA, or and then when you apply for your driver license, right? Yeah, then make sure about that they checking the credit either.
Oh, they check.
Yeah. But that is not effective about your credit. Okay. Important of the good credit score. Why this matter? Yeah. So probably the high score, but normally when your personal is over 700. It's not the care, right? But around the 650 to 680, they have to control the credit score because when you apply for any mortgage, right? So I recommend all new agents have to check every year. Sometimes when you get the mortgage, even my side. Then I applied my personal mortgage by, when I was at the RBC, then one of my colleagues gonna be checked my credit report. That is so bad because my name is Sam and last name is Kim. This is the popular name is Korean. Then some using for that, probably might be more than 1,000 people using the same Kim, right? Then they mix it in my credit score. That's why at that time I call in the Equifax, then probably I spent 3 weeks. But when you check before every year, it doesn't have the problem. That's why that happened for the 15 years ago, right? So you have to check the maybe end of year or start of year. You can check personally because it's not, they might be Equifax give it free per year. Right, so you have to check your personal credit report, right? Then you can review your file. Sometimes you don't know about some account you showing. You can see in your credit report. Then you have to call that number because end of today I'm gonna be showing the sample. Then they have the number for the contact, right? So you have to contact over there. Then you send the ID and then tell them I don't have the this account, then they're gonna be deleted after next month. Okay. So the highest change of a loan approval, access to better interest rate, influence of the loan term and condition. Okay. So how can you client to build credit history for their report? So mostly when you have the one account, is less than the I hopefully that the minimum client, the credit card is more than, I recommend more than 2, okay? But the best one is a 2 or 3, because why? Because if you have the one credit card, then sometimes you forgot the payment, late payment, then that affect 100% your credit report. If we have the 2, it's 50%. If we 3, 33%, right? If we 4, it's 25%. So think about it. So, but you have the arrange to payment or auto payment is I recommend to your credit account. So usually I have the more than 8 credit card, then I set up for the minimum payment for the automatically. So sometimes I remind that there's a full amount I pay, but sometimes when you forgot, you have to pay minimum amount for interest about last month. Okay, then it's not effective your credit score. So open your credit account, minimum 2 account, right? And then become the authorized user, and then apply for credit builder loan. And then another one is use security credit card responsibility. What is it using for security card? Is for example, when you graduate the university, you don't have any credit card before. Sometimes bank apply for the credit card, then they reject by Visa card or MasterCard because they don't have any history. Just they open for when you free the credit report, he doesn't have any credit card, but credit score more than 800 because they never use it for the credit card, just only new person, right? So when your new person is a maximum credit score is 900. So when you graduate the university, students should be around 880, right? Then when they make a credit card, is probably they less than 880 credit score. So when you apply for that credit card company, minimum at least they're gonna be losing maybe 10 point or sometimes 5 point, right? Until 770 or 780. Okay, so that is a good credit score. So when you have applied, then they reject them, right? Then that another idea is that their deposit maybe $5,000, right? Then that is the secure deposit. Then you cannot using the $5,000 until whatever secure credit card bill. Then just only like using debit card, something like that, right? Just only when you use a credit card, that payment by your credit, secure credit card. So deposit $5,000 your security credit card account, then you using until wherever you have the limit. Mostly that when you open account first time, the maximum $5,000, right? After maybe 1-2 years, then you can apply regular credit card. Okay, so maybe immigrants person, someone doesn't have a credit report, or someone have the new immigrant and the new have a credit score, right? Then apply. Maybe when someone reject by credit card company, then apply for the secure credit card. And then pay bill, that is now just only bill company, like the phone bill company only effective credit score. Even gas and the utility is not effective, just only phone bill company, right? So I think the government maybe is a credit company is now processing by apply for the electronic and the gas bill too, right? But I'm not sure when you're gonna be effective the bill, gas bill or electronic. Okay, and then keep the credit card balance low. because the when you have a balance over 80%, like you have the 4 credit card, then each have the limit is the one at the $10,000. Then you using for the over 80%, that effectively your credit card score might be. That's why I recommend that when you use it over 80%, you can tell credit company to increasing your credit limit. Okay, then the probably have to using your credit card less than 80%. That is the not effective with your credit card. But over 80% might be each 1 point less per month, and then even you are over using 90%. That is the maybe 3 to like the 2-3 at the point is gonna be less every month, right? And diversify your credit type, and also same thing I told you, the monitoring your credit report or your credit score, avoiding closing old account, and then because the making sure that you even not using for the one of the credit card, you have to tell the credit card company is closing. Maybe sometimes sometimes someone forget that closing the credit card, that after the automatically credit card is renewed, right? That sometimes happen for the credit card using for the by thief that using for your credit card, then it's happen sometimes, right? So making sure you're not using the credit card, have to closing your old account, okay? And then be patient and then constant, okay? And next, how to improve your credit score. So most of the credit score is the effective credit card have it's a payment. So I'm gonna be showing you the sample that showing the R1, R3, R4 until R12, and then I1 to I12, right? That is the symbol for the I tell you the later. So most of the payment history for the credit card and the mortgage, right? And the lien, the lien payment and the loan, something like that. And the use of available credit, right? And then length of credit history. Then most of the, I told you the bankruptcy is not using the 7 year. Most of the credit report is 36 months and 72 months they showing the history. And then the number of inquiries. So when you're using that apply the loan, so especially when you're using the mortgage. So I told you before when the first time, this mortgage brokers is much better because we have the 56 lender. Then we put it one credit report using for all our lender. But when you personally go into each bank, they checked each by each, right? That's why that is the their big mistake to mistaking for the credit report to check, because when he's going to someone going to that credit finance institute company, then maybe he going to the five time same month, right? That sometimes I saw that someone 50 score dropped down, right? Then he tried the major bank. After that, he cannot, because the credit score is less than 650, right? So if he has 700, then he apply more than 5 finance institute, then more than 50 credit score down, right? So you have to mention to that your client, okay? So type of credit. is a type of credit that is the probably mortgage is one of the type, the credit, and then the credit card, and then car loan. Yeah. Okay. And then common credit score math. Okay, there's a closing credit account, improve your score, checking your own credit, current your score, all credit score are the same. Okay, then how mortgage agent can help. Okay, pattern. So I told all of the credit score and the report I told you that.
Yeah.
So how can you help your customer and client?
Yeah, same thing as we have told that, like, no, we can ask a client that maintain your good credit score, right?
Right.
Don't apply for too many, like, loans in a, like, in shorter period of time,
Right.
or maybe just use the broker instead of going to the individual
That's right.
institution, like,
Right.
because it will hurt your credit.
That's correct.
Pay your bills on time,
Right.
right? And check your credit score, like,
Yeah.
once in a while, so like,
Right.
if there is any inquiry, then you can call to the credit company and,
Right.
fix
Right.
out that problem.
Okay.
So,
You're
right?
good listener.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so
Thank you.
here is the providing guidance. So I'm gonna send it for the Equifax guidance in the WhatsApp. Then I'm gonna be display. Then you can use it for they have a Equifax guideline. Okay, and then mostly I presented today. That's the basic under that guideline. Okay, and then improving the credit score that I told you about the control your payment, then the monthly payment that you have to check, or if you don't have money to full amount, have to pay minimum amount, right? And then working with the credit client to set realistic and the finance goal. Okay. Okay, this is a sample of the consumer credit report report that usually showing for the consumer credit file. That is the information about your personal information, and then name and address and birthday and the SIN number, something like that. And then second one is should be subject, right? So it's a the report, whatever, they're showing that the consumer alert, they when you have the ask that credit like Equifax, you can alert to them. Then when you put in the alert, the bank when you check the bank that asking for the authorized by the client, right? Should be Equifax calling you to authorize to bank gonna be check it, right? So that is sometimes it's useful, right? Maybe someone you check a credit report, then they have to contact you. And then they're gonna be authorized by you. Then they're gonna be check the credit score, and that is the Equifax risk score. That is a credit score. We can find it, and the bankruptcy navigator index. That is I honest with you, this one I never see. Bankruptcy navigator index. Okay, probably that is a new. It is a new sample report. So maybe I'm gonna be telling later on this one. Okay, so then the identification is that have the check that another one. So most important, the birthday and the SIN number. And then usually, and then in the here, probably they check the your current employee. So sometimes not updated current employee, you have to go to the Equifax, then update your current employment, right? Normally, the bank know that qualified your income should be your have to in the same company you give it to the letter of employment, right? So make that just the matching for the name. So if we previous, you have to contact the Equifax. Usually, when you go into bank, then they ask you about which company you working or whatever, or you can loan by bank. Probably the Equifax update after month, right? Should be the every the bank is connected by the Equifax. When you give the document, they upload that that they have the data system to verify from the bank, right? So sometimes someone not give it to the file like you just to go bank, then they not give it the document, right? That but you thought the you working on another company, whatever you currently, then they put in the system, they automatically they update the Equifax. So make sure. So you have the time to not update by Equifax. You going to any bank, then ask a finance advisor to update your job. Then they're gonna be automatically update after months. But you want to get the mortgage, right? Then you can go Equifax, then update it by the way. Okay? And then inquiry, then means the here is the sample for the ABC Bank or Rental World. That is the Rental World is a rental company. Then Canada Car Loan. Then like the even Scotiabank has car loan. Sometimes some people mistake that the Scotiabank that is not personal loan. Probably the Scotia has car loan company. Then maybe they maybe Hyundai. They have they have their own finance company, but sometimes they loan by a Scotia company. So sometimes the car loan they showing the Scotia loan, but you have to make sure that the check because when you loan by car loan, when you get the mortgage, you're gonna be calculate TDS, GDS. You're not eligible for you're gonna be full payment, whatever you maybe sometimes you mistake it is Scotia loan. Sometimes that is the pay progress or pay advance, right? So maybe end at the start of next year, maybe January, I'm gonna be training by Equifax, the platform, right? Then they are gonna be showing to how do you process pay by advance, right? Then I'm gonna be playing with calculate, right? So that is the start of the next year, January. Okay, that is the all inquiry. So I told you before that the inquiry when you effective same months because they have a day, right? So if you have the more than 3 times, probably they effectively credit score. Okay, so that is the you know about it. So when your client to go like ABC Finance and then BBC Finance, then they come our Kingston Mortgage. When you put the credit report, you can check here showing the finance company. If you finance all like the finance, ABC Finance or CBC Finance, whatever, that is the mortgage brokerage, right? So same like the brokerage. So that effective that they are credit, right? So tell to that client you have to get the client consent when they got the review, interview another brokerage, right? Then I'm not sure they might be have it or not, but you have to get the client consent. Then when he got the mortgage by another brokerage, you can swing to your client to get your commission. Okay, so when you using that I told you the last week, using for the Kingston mortgage application, end of the page they have a client consent. So you have to get the client consent. Then the that is your client by their loan, right? So that means your client not going to anywhere. Okay, so have to get client consent. Okay, then here is employment information. I told you the current employment, and then usually they showing one formal employment and then current employment, right? So I told you that have to update it when you have the current employment is not the current your employment, have to update, right? And then usually they showing that when usually the position salary is not showing, right? Just only which company. Then might be private, like sole proprietorship or partnership or self-employed. They showing that or they showing just only position under the showing, right? So that is that, and then address here, right? And then must be summary for the finance, right? And then public record, right? So the public record is that when you have the someone you didn't pay like Rogers and then TELUS bill, then they have normally the company collateral or the collection contact the collection company to getting the money, right? So usually they have showing, or public record is also showing to your column. So when you got the column by Mercedes-Benz or Hyundai or Honda, then they showing that the lien by government, right? So they showing that about it. So also bankruptcy, right? So they showing the bankruptcy, something like that. And then I know that someone want to be not bankruptcy, is what is the debt consolidate debt someone account that is lawyer that told me that consolidation. What is it called? Do you know, Patan? What is the?
No.
They have a bankruptcy. The middle that is the orange the lawyer.
Yeah, arrangement of.
Orange lawyer. Then they want to be a payment for that late payment, whatever, you know. That is something that we call that consolation. But that is a payment to that. But it's called, I forgot the word. Something like that. So I don't want to that not so that was I gonna explain the next time. So that is cool. So when you want the bankruptcy, right? So you have to clear for maybe you don't have the house or whatever, you know, that is the you have to not earn the money. That sometimes I recommend, because that consideration is the worse than a bankruptcy.
Yeah,
Yeah, so bankruptcy, you have to all clear, then you can do business after 7 years.
after 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
But the collateral or whatever, personal guarantee or personal PPSA, it's a personal PPSA is what is it? Personal guarantor, whatever, right? That is the record forever. So like the public record, right? Showing for the people, like the lender, whatever, they recording the every 5 years, right? That's why I told you the bankruptcy is better than
Better than the.
yeah. So recommend that maybe the client has a lot of debt. He cannot pay over the debt. That, but sometimes they are some lawyer involved in it. They clear it, but they settle down to payment. Like he have $100,000 debt. Then they pay maybe 50%. Then 50%. Then they're gonna be pay maybe monthly maybe installment.
Yeah.
But after that report showing forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you have the debt by RBC, so you cannot get a loan by RBC anymore,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But when you have a bankruptcy, you can get after 7 years. They're all clear, right?
Okay, same thing for the CRA too.
CRA is the same thing. CRA is the bankruptcy too.
No, like I have a I am owing the tax to the CRA, right?
Right.
And I can't pay
Installment, right?
I can't pay everything at a time. So they give me the installment, right?
Right, right.
Okay, that every month pay this, right?
Right.
And you will be clear.
Right.
So this will stay forever too?
No. That
No.
is different.
That's different, right?
Yeah, that is a government, right? So
Okay.
that is different. So when you have the tax by CRA, you have to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes they give you the installment, right?
That's right. Yeah, they
Okay.
sometimes then they're gonna be discounted for you sometimes.
Yeah.
The good CRA person, right?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Okay, and then this one is a finance the statement with the mortgage and then loan and then bank information, something like that. And then and this is the trade information. Okay, so that is the number is the maybe next time when you study, I showing the sample exactly about the when you prove the credit report, or you can get the Equifax because that is the different about the format, right? So okay, and then this is the banking information. So yeah, and then so this is the I show you the one type for the personal information. Is the second one I already explained it. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is the most that one. Then this one I'm gonna be share on the WhatsApp today.
Okay.
Even the understanding for a credit report and score, that I'm gonna be share that document by Equifax, right? So this is the on the public share document. So okay, so probably today all my presentation. So someone ask a question, or if not, and then I'm gonna be finished today.
Yeah, I had a quick question. Not too sure if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Okay, can you talk more loudly because it's I cannot hear clearly.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Is a bankruptcy and a consumer proposal the same thing or similar?
Can you ask again what is that's a proposal? Oh yeah, proposal. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Consumer. I think
Consumer
it's the same
proposal.
thing.
Okay, I now is yeah. That is the consumer proposal. That consumer proposal is the bad. The better than the bankruptcy. Usually consumer proposal, they the recording, the public recording for the when you collateral company, the collector company that setting 2 year, maximum 35 year they set up. So most to be 5 year, right? But when you collateral company that set maximum 35 year. So I think so when you consumer proposal, when you have the showing the credit report, showing consumer proposal, any bank cannot accept the approve the mortgage or loan, right?
So that is the one you are saying that, like, you know, consumer proposal is not good, right?
No
The
good,
bankruptcy
no
is better
Better,
than
yeah,
consumer
right.
proposal.
So I usually I tell the client that when you showing the consumer proposal,
Uh-huh.
is mostly be lender or is a
Right.
private, right? A bank could never.
Never
So that's
accepted.
why I know I thought when you someone it's the same bankruptcy, consumer proposal all same,
Same, yeah,
processing all same.
yeah,
But badly for consumer proposal, they record forever.
yeah.
You know, depends on the collector company how the setup,
Mhm.
5 year to 35 year.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But the bankruptcy
It's
only
just 6
7 years.
Yeah, 6 years, 7 years.
Yeah, so then they're gonna be survivor again.
Yeah.
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
So that's why, you know, when you have the bad credit, whatever, you know,
Mm.
I tell the client going to the bankruptcy lawyer,
Mm,
then come back the 7 year later,
okay.
you know, then I can give you the mortgage, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. got
So
it.
don't do the consumer
Consumer
proposal.
purpose.
Okay. Thanks, Anqua. Any qua?
Yeah, that answered my question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that is the today the all presentation. Probably might be I'm gonna be telling the what the to Joe to what is in next week. Well, I'm not sure the next week I'm gonna check my schedule. Then I'm gonna be tell you the what is next week or after next week. Okay, so the rest of them have a good the day, and then see you next time.